Wow! Just what I always wanted. With Father's Day just around the corner, you may be looking for an extra special gift for him this year. And I think one of the best gifts that you could get him is something pertaining to road running. Now, whether he's already into road running or he's never considered running before, certainly one of the best gifts then you could get him is a Couch to 5K program enrollment pack. And in order to accomplish that, you're going to need to equip him. So my name's Ray Whitby, this is Aspiring Runners, and I'm going to get into the top 5 gifts that you could get your father this year. So some of the reasons that you could at least try to get him on board with running is that it will help improve his health. It will improve his cardiovascular system, he'll be fitter, stronger, and it'll increase his chances of a longer life. The second reason is that it can reduce stress. It can reduce anxiety, and therefore it can improve your mental well-being. Reason 3, this in turn, in the reduction of stress, can also reduce the chances of depression and loneliness. It's a great environment to get together with like-minded runners. So those are your top 3 reasons that you may need to encourage him to think about taking up running. And now we're going to the top 5 running gifts that you could get him for this year. And in 5th place we have the Decooler foldable water bottle for the UK and the Vologo collapsible water bottle for the US. Now they're very similar in style and certainly in the functionality. I think it's absolutely a must for any runner that's out there, especially on days like today. You've got to have water, you've got to have electrolytes, at least quick access to it. The collapsible systems are absolutely fantastic then, that you can, because they're bendable, you can secrete them around the body into pockets, into your running pouch, into your backpack. And once you've used them, they'll squish up into a small space and you can secrete them away, so you don't have to worry about holding on to your water container for any length of time. Very easy to use with a bit of practice, a no mess system, which is really good so you don't get your hands messy when you're out on the rest of your run. Plus also fairly easy to clean and fairly easy to maintain. The only thing I would say is that don't fold them up until you've emptied the contents. I've tried with just half the contents in the bottle, folded it up, put it in my pocket, it sprang a leak and kind of left me with a little bit of an embarrassing patch to explain to my fellow runners. But for the price as well, just a worthwhile investment for much needed sustenance when you're out and about on the trails. So in 4th position we have the Rocket Accelerate Anti-Blister Socks. Now I know it's a bit of a cliche to buy your father socks, but for these particular ones, they're absolutely brilliant for running. They are 100% recycled material. These things have been designed with maximum comfort and performance in mind. I think these are out of synthetic materials, but don't let that fool you. These can withstand all sorts of conditions, going from very sweaty feet to heavy torrential downpour, and I've used these in all sets of conditions and all weather types and never had a problem. These also come with a 100% guarantee, so if there is a problem with them, send them back to the manufacturer. I'm sure they'll only be too happy to oblige a replacement. And for the gift giver or the recipient, they also come in a variety of colours, which could be a real extra bonus. So this year, top 4th gift that you can get him, socks. And this goes into 3rd position. In 3rd place we have the Brooks Ghost 12. These are an amazing running shoe and absolutely fantastic for the road running in particular. Obviously they are designed for road running, but what I've found is over trying many different types, makes and models for the road, the Brooks themselves have come up trumps every time. They are lightweight, they hug the foot without ever feeling tight. There's plenty of room in the toe box, and in the width I think they can offer slightly generous measurements. These things have performed so well, again, in many extreme conditions. Even in the wet, the rubber grip keeps very good traction on the surface of the road, the pavement, the sidewalk, whatever it may be. And I've put about 700 kilometers into a pair of Brooks 11s, and they're only just coming up for retirement, which is a bit of a shame, but you certainly get your bang for your buck out of the Brooks Ghost. They are available in some different colours as well, which does help. These things, they are quite responsive. You can feel where you're going. You get a lot of feedback from the ground through your feet. Just a great gift that you could get him into running. But what I would say is, of course, with any running shoe in particular, check the returns policy. Make sure that you can return it if they haven't been used outdoors, just worn around the home, just looking for any pinch points, any discomfort, then get them sent back, get a refund, or try a different size or a different model. Great gift that you could consider this year, the Brooks Ghost 12s. Now, in second place we got the Salomon running belt. This is the Pulse version. These have got deep pockets that are full weight stretch, keeping everything nice and tidy around the body, secures around the waist, doesn't move, except probably under very heavy loads, but you wouldn't choose to keep a huge amount of items on your body whilst running. You'd probably go for a backpack, but if you were trying to put in a couple of water bottles, a couple of nutrition gels, a couple of bananas, these things are brilliant. Plus, they have the ability to keep your securities stored in safely as well, your keys, and can also take your phone. These things are also easy to access once you're out running, and available in a variety of colours, which again could be something either for the gift giver or the recipient. But because they're actually around the belt, the belt is around the waist, you'd probably have them covered up with a t-shirt anyway. Absolutely stunning gift, very reasonable, and a very, very useful thing to use. It'll certainly help if you're finding you're holding your phone or you're trying to hold a water bottle as well. You'll end up with a muscle imbalance in your system. So something to think about, and well worthy of the number 2 spot this year for Father's Day, the Salomon Pulse running belt. And that brings us on to first place for this year, 2020, for Father's Day. And in first place we have the MPOW Flame 2 Bluetooth headphones. And I think this is well worthy of the number 1 spot for Father's Day 2020. When you're out running, certainly when you're starting to run, having a certain amount of distraction and motivation is critical to try and get you through some of those really tough steps early on. And music is a great source of distraction, can be a great stress reliever, and can actually also help improve your cadence. That if you get the right kind of music, the right kind of tempo, your body will get naturally tuned to the pace. Your footfalls will come in time with it. So music being the number 1 thing, you're going to need some decent headphones that can actually cope with the rigours of getting out there and running in all sorts of conditions. And the MPOW 2 Flame 2 Bluetooth headphones I've tried over the last couple of years along with others, and I really have found these to be fantastic products. They're lightweight, you can secrete them in the in your pocket, get them out, hook them over your ears, so they're a hook over the ear rather than a push fit into the ear, which I find with that little bit of security for running means that definitely not going to lose them whilst out pounding the pavements. These things got great Bluetooth connectivity, have never lost a connection with it, and the audio quality is pretty good for your set of headphones when you're out running in the streets. If you're an audiophile, well, probably even at this price range, you won't find anything that will live up to your expectations. But these things, they've coped with copious amounts of sweat, lots of rain, and they're still performing well. The battery lasts for a very long time. I've tried them on a trail marathon without any problems in performance or with the battery life. So definitely worth the number 1 spot this year. Thanks for joining me on this run, and I'll catch you next time on Aspiring Runners. Take care.